Hi, what's up guys? And so now we're going to go around the spooky side of Rufford Old Hall, the creepy gardens, and we've just talked to a lady who works inside the house about ghosts, and she said yes, there is definitely the ghost of a lady in a purple dress who's constantly seen upstairs in the drawing room, and she's also seen wandering around these gardens. So now that the dusk is coming and the sun is setting, we're going to take a walk around these spooky gardens, see the rest of the scarecrows that we missed earlier, and see if we get any ghosts, this lady in purple, or name, or anything to come forth. Okay. Are there any spirit people, please, would like to come forward and make themselves known? Would you like to come through the gate and show yourself? Andy's going to run Spirit Talker equipment, and if you'd like to come through that and speak and let us know if you're here, just show yourself in one of the windows. We would be extremely grateful for your presence. So we did a tour of the house inside, and one of the guides, I asked her, did you have any ghosts? Have you seen any ghosts? And she said yes. She'd seen the lady in the mirror, and other people who worked there had also seen the same lady sitting in a chair, and she's also been seen around these gardens outside. So she has her hair piled up in like a chestnut shade and a long purple dress. So we're thinking kind of Victorian era because of the fashion. It seems to resemble that particular era. So if anybody would like to come and peer through this window. That's the Great Hall. Where's that window pane? Is it in there? Yeah. So we're going to show you guys a very old window pane in a second. The actual window pane itself is 500 years old. But first of all, let's just show you the rest of the scarecrows that they're dotted around here and there. So is this Hilda Ogden and Stan from Coronation Street?
Oh, it's Compo and Nora Batty.
Oh, is it? Compo and Nora Batty? Oh, yeah, of course. Alright, I'm going to go and find that window that's 500 years old. Well, let's slow it up because we want to give the spirits time to come forward. If anybody would like to come forward. What was that? Thumbscrew? Did that say thumbscrew?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, in here is all medieval stuff connected to knights. That's an original door, that. But thumbscrews, they would have used thumbscrews to get people to talk. They've got some at Lancaster Castle in the museum bit. And what they did with the thumbscrews, for those people who don't know, when they captured people, enemies, and wanted to make them talk, they had different kinds of sort of torture to, you know, get them to speak. Thumbscrews. They used to put metal on the thumb, screw at the top and tighten it in, and really sort of press it on the thumb and the fingers, and they were called the thumbscrews. So if you ever hear the saying of putting the thumbscrews on, that's where that comes from. Let's go around this bit anyway, because it's look at that. Don't that look like a ghost? Oh my god, that is not a ghost, guys. I saw which it was.
No,
look at that. Oh my god. I just glanced in then and thought, oh my god, it's an apparition. My heart is going 1,000. See, this is the thing. You go around these places looking for ghosts.
You have to cover them up, don't they?
And then when you do see something, your heart starts going like insane. Oh my god, Andy, I swear to god. I just walked past and glanced in, not with the camera. Oh my god, there's a ghost there.
People keep running.
Yeah, I will be running if I see another one of them peering through the glass back at me. Give me a minute, I need to calm down. I wasn't expecting that. No, I'm not alright. I'm not alright at all. Flipping heck, that just looked, it's a proper sheeted ghost, exactly what you expect to see in haunted houses. I just peeked through and all I saw was that. Oh my god, Andy. I'm really losing my street cred now as a paranormal person, aren't I? Yeah, but this is your first, the thing is, it's your first reaction, isn't it, Andy?
Yeah.
You can't lie. Your first reaction,
no, because
your instinct and your first reaction is it's normal, it's natural. So my first reaction, I peeked through the window and saw a sheeted ghost. My heart speeded up and I wanted to run. And then I realised, no, it can't be because it's daytime and it ain't even moving. And then I realised that they've covered the night up, haven't they, with a sheet? Oh my God. I really thought then for a second I'd seen my first apparition, proper one in white, like a white sheeted one, the one you see in Scooby-Doo and all that. That scared the living out of me. No, I mean, when I saw the one at Smithers, the black hooded monk, it was so fast I'd not got time to take it in, so it was kind of like, was that a black thing that went by? And for those people that are wondering, that is not a ghost bride in the background. It's actually one of the scarecrows at the competition, so that's why we're not freaking out right now and running off. Let's go back around the house because it's getting dusk now and we can get some real ghosts to come through, not sheeted apparitions that people have set up to peer through windows and frighten the likes of me and Andy off. Alright, let's go around one last time. Yeah, let's go this way. Oh, it made me jump, that did. I wasn't expecting that at all. Why are we running? There's a scarecrow. Oh yeah, see these things like that? They would have. That might have been the poor window, you know, where they put
food through.
Poor people used to queue up at these houses, didn't they, and get handouts and stuff. Let's just film this scarecrow over here because we've missed a couple. We've done a couple of shoots of the imps, guys. We've followed that story up because we've had so many people now actually coming forward and saying you should believe in this. So we've actually come back to follow up on the imp thing that's going on. So we're also here on the day at the Halloween Scare Fest as well. Scarecrow Fest. But the imp thing, we did originally go off the report of one person and then we filmed it and put it on, and then other people have come forward since and said yeah, we too have seen something like that in Rufford Old Hall grounds. So we're really kind of making a thing of it now to follow it up on a regular basis, and it's also a good excuse to dine out on some of the lovely cakes they make here. I mean, if you like cakes, like, I'm a proper cake connoisseur. Seriously, I am. Since I gave up drinking, cakes took over. So now it's like I have to try them out everywhere I go. And we'll go around one last time before they lock it up into those hours. This would have been the courtyard, probably the stables. And as per usual, we have the police flying over to ruin the whole ambience of a 16th century courtyard. Nothing worse than 20th century police in the air to ruin the 16th century courtyard ambience. Alright, let me just show this courtyard. Right, so this would have been the stables and the places where the servants would have bustled about, getting things ready for food and stuff. Oliver, did I say Oliver? Who are you, Oliver? Are you connected to this house? Did you work here? I'm just thinking because we've just said about servants and stable hands and then Oliver come through. It could be somebody, couldn't it? You can show yourself in any of the doorways if you can. Or speak into the camera and then we can hear you. The spirits have managed to do that in the past for us, which we're ever grateful for. Was that paranormal?
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Who said goodbye?
I said just goodbye.
Alright, let's have a walk around the lawns then and see some of these statues. And some pretty good topiary here as well. Look at that. It's like a squirrel, doesn't it? I think the squirrels, this topiary. So anyway, going back to the story that we heard on the inside of the hall. We were told by one of the guides that they have seen a lady in a purple dress. So, we don't know the name of this lady. Unless it's on the inside, and it's not. They might have it like inside, so you're protected, then you can't. Maybe, I don't know. So, this lady has been seen walking around these grounds in a purple dress. Are you here? Would you like to give us your name? and then we can talk to you properly. If I see a flash of purple in the window, then it's definitely going to be her, innit? That's what the lady said. Every time she gets seen, she's always in a long purple dress and she has chestnut hair swept up in the window. Yeah, but they're still locking up, remember, so there could be people up there still. If you're here, please come forward and show yourself. Or just show us a flash of purple. Let's see your dress. Let's hear your voice if you're here. It looks like squirrels, doesn't it? Or foxes. Yeah, they're the same, they're matching. You're taking your time. But are you going to... Let's walk up to that bench at the top there and sit there and see if we can get a vision of her coming through the actual garden. Can you give us your name, please? We know that you reside here and you've been seen by the people who work here. What is your name? I'm Alison and this is Andy. And we come in respect because we love your house so much and we like to hear the history and the stories about it. We are not here at all to cause you any disrespect or harm or anything like that. Spot the scarecrow. Spot the odd one out. Spot the one who isn't a scarecrow. They are really good then. They've even put the red roses in, haven't they? It's good that. Alright, we'll continue up this garden path just to see if the lady in purple comes through. Do you know what? In my head, I'm getting the name Fiona. Are you called Fiona? Is that your name?
Move towards the noise.
It moves towards the noise. I don't know why, that name Fiona just popped up in my head then.
Burnt.
I'm wondering if she's coming closer and letting us know who she is. Burnt? What do you mean by burnt? Is there a story attached?
Is there a fire or something? Excuse me.
Yeah, I got the name just flashed into my head, Fiona, and I don't know why or where it's come from or anything. I think sometimes when we spoke to mediums and psychics in the past, they've always said just go with your instinct.
Battery.
Maybe she's going to drain the battery on the phone or the camera. Just keep an eye on the battery life. Now's a good time, dusk, because I think when it's crossing over from night to day and from dawn in the morning, dusk to dawn in the morning is the time when you're going to see spirits the most. That's what I think. The reason I think that is because from a witchcraft point of view, when you cast your circle and you're then between two worlds of like day and night, so I think the actual physical spirit apparition sightings you're probably going to get either at dusk or dawn, whereas the most paranormal activity I think you're going to get at 3 a.m. The most kind of noisy activity we've had, it's always been 3 a.m. on it.
Lucifer.
Now, why is it when we come up this end we're always getting these kind of messages? What is it about this area, this particular path? It's always this bit, isn't it? Now, when we were walking round in there, you can go up into the attic and look at the ceiling, the rafters and the carved, the wooden rafters and the angels and all that, and somebody's carved. It's like a devil's face, isn't it, with a tongue hanging out?
Yeah.
But you got a message on there before about look at the wood carvings, and when we went in there the lady said there is a wood carving of a devil if you want to see it, and she showed us that up in the roof.
And I think that's probably somebody who's been doing work on there.
Maybe.
And
I think we should just sit in this here for a bit.
Somebody's upset them.
Maybe.
And they've said, right, well, this is going to be sort of a religious place. I'm going to do something to upset you because you've upset me.
Yeah.
And it's well known that people, when they were building places like this, if they weren't paid or the people they were working for treated them badly or whatever, for every reason. And it's well known, and it's funny enough, it still happens today, you know what I mean? But they'll put something in a building that shouldn't be there, and it's only people with eagle eyes notice them. Patricia.
That's another lady's name. But we've just been in the ladies' drawing room upstairs, haven't we? So perhaps there are ladies, perhaps.
So it sounds like...
May have followed us down from there into the garden, because ladies...
I was shot.
You were shot?
And who shot you?
Were you shot here? Or somewhere else?
Or were you shot in the Civil War?
No, that's a good idea.
There's a robin there.
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
That's the point, yeah, because these families did get called up to different wars, didn't they?
So, would they have had guns during the English Civil War?
Yeah, they've had muskets. They'd have had muskets.
I'm not sure of the time period, so I'm not...
Yeah, they would have had muskets back in them days.
Yeah.
Not like the army rifles they had First World War, but they would have had muskets.
Were you shot during the Civil War? Because that thingy was... he was during the War of the Roses, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what that stained glass window shows.
Yeah.
But I think they might have put it in a safe place when...
They might have...
Do you know what I mean? Because it's a 500-year-old, that window, isn't it?
They might have moved it.
And it's basically just shows a couple of coats of arms of people that have had involvement with this house, and one of them is a relation of Richard III.
Who were you shot by?
I'm sure I just saw a mist go past. It might be from your cigarette though. Got to remember things like that, guys, when you're filming. You've got to remember if you breathe out and you've got cold breath, like, or if someone's smoking and that goes past, you've got to debunk it. It's not spirit mist. Always when you're filming, always check everything else, what it could be first, and then if it's none of them things, it's got to be something unexplained.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. But since this...
Get out.
Get out? Why? Why do you want us to get out? We all just got here. We've just been all around your house. We've been up round the lounge, and we've been up round the drawing room and the study, the bedrooms. Why do you want us to get out? But have we seen something you don't want us to see? What's the carving, the devil carving all about in the roof?
Phil?
Phil? It's a very modern name, Phil, isn't it? Man, I don't know. Philip goes back to apostles, doesn't it? So it's an old name, really.
Yeah, you had King Philip of Spain, didn't you?
Yeah.
In them times, so...
But this is the thing, you could get local recent ghosts that love this place coming through.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You could get Phil who passed away in the 1960s. It doesn't mean it's an ancient ghost, does it?
Maisie.
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 That sounds like the kind of a name of like somebody who'd work here, like a cook or
Maisie, yeah.
A kitchen hand or something like that.
Phil and Maisie a couple?
Could have been,
weren't supposed to be a couple.
There might have been a couple who worked...
Well, is that a name you used to use? He was known to everybody else as Philip, but you called him Phil. Is that what you're trying to say?
Standing behind you.
Oh, really?
Are you?
There is something standing behind us over there, but it's one of them scarecrows. I'll just zoom in and you can see it.
Can you touch me then?
It's,
You stood behind me, push me.
It's a lady.
I'll make yourself known.
So that's not a ghost. If you see that there, it's not.
Disrespect.
Yeah, can you touch Andy or touch me?
Push me, or touch my face, or knock my hat off, or something like that.
We want to see you in your purple dress. The lady in the purple dress, please walk along this path. Show yourself to us right now.
Lady in purple.
It's not quite the same though, is it?
Dancing with you.
I'm more thinking of purple haze. Or purple rain.
Purple lady, purple. Evelyn.
No, that's an old name. That sounds more like 1920s.
Evelyn's, yeah, 1920s name.
Well, when did you live here? Can you give us a year, a time?
What time period did you live here? And why are you still here?
And who's the lady in the purple dress? What's your name, please? Yeah, but I always like to talk to people that have had definite sightings, because then you can just ask out for that one particular ghost. If it's a frequent one, then you can get them forward if they kind of reside here permanently. The lady in the purple dress, did you live here? Was this your home? Do you frequent the drawing room and the gardens? So that to me sounds like the wife of somebody who, or the daughter of somebody who just lived here. They would spend the time in the drawing room and in the, there's a squirrel coming down that tree. So don't be startled if you see her in anything unusual, it's not paranormal, there's a squirrel coming.
It's a squirrel.
Yeah. I sometimes think if you just left the camera rolling here for like 3 hours.
You might get something walking.
Yeah, I reckon so. So when we, in future now, when we do haunted pubs and haunted houses, I think we'll leave a camera on lock off in future now.
Yeah. We'll do that when we go to the place.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. We'll have to do that.
We'll leave the camera
Yeah.
rolling, so if we get the door going,
Yeah, we've got it this time, haven't we?
pick the we get the door handle going,
Yeah.
we can pick the camera up, we can open the door and we can show that there's nobody there.
Yeah.
The wall.
The wall.
The wall.
What
Well,
kind
there
of
is a
wall?
walled garden down the bottom end, isn't there?
Where do you want us to go then? If you
Please give us your name. Please try and show something on the camera if you can. It'd be great if we could see a purple flash or something like that, a purple orb. Then we know it's you. If not, then anything you can do. If it takes a lot of energy, you can take the energy from this equipment, the equipment we have here, and try and present yourself that way. See, I think spirits haunt these places sometimes because they were just really happy here and it was where they spent most of their time. There doesn't have to be a heartbreak story connected to every ghost.
freeze.
We've had burns, we've had freeze. And why are you saying these words?
Freeze.
What does it mean to you?
This is a stick up.
Let's have a look down this path in case there's anything. Wants to show itself coming up there. If you're here, come and make yourself known. Now, I can hear something, but it might be animals, mind it that. I heard something there then, but it could be because it's woods and stuff. It's probably going to be squirrels. I'm debunking that because you can't say in the daytime in a forest or at the night time in a house in a forest whether it's animals. It sounded like a rustle. You can't say if it's a definite shriek or a voice or something. Let's just go round back to the house and then head out the front. We'll go around this maze now that it's quiet. Everyone's disappearing now that it's getting dark. The lady in the purple dress. If you used to walk around this garden, this maze, please come forward now and walk with us. Let us hear your footsteps. It's a bit difficult to do because you can hear our footsteps. Can you make some kind of a noise?
Can we hear your footsteps behind us?
Stay out of the forest.
Stay out of the forest.
Stay out of the forest. Why do you want us to stay out of the forest? Is this story of the imps true?
Are you following us?
Why must we stay out of the forest? What's in there? Because yeah, I think it's gone colder. The atmosphere's changed up here, to be honest.
You know, I was going to say that.
Do you feel that?
It doesn't feel as...
That scent's come back again as well. But then we've got apple trees, so maybe...
We've got to do something.
Yeah, do something and come forward. Show the people watching.
You want us out, you're going to have to tell us to get out. Or do something to scare us. Can we hear your footsteps behind us?
Come and join us on this path if you're here. Come and walk around this maze with us if you're here.
Come out, come
I've
out.
been here 150
50 years.
Ah, 150 years. Are you the lady in the purple dress? Is this who is following us around now?
1880s.
Yeah.
Come out wherever.
We should figure with the long purple dress Victorian era, they would have worn them kind of dresses back then. And they've had their hair swept up as well, because it was the fashion in the Victorian times. So that fits with the apparition they've seen on the inside. So we have got a lady in a purple dress that haunts this place then. All we need now is for her to come forward and give us some information about herself and her house and who she is. Did you live here or did you marry someone who lived here? And why did you want us to stay away from the forest? So let's just film this path again up the house. Did you want to go that way? Walk up to it, yeah.
So, is that where you were thinking?
Anywhere you want.
You were going that way?
Well, I was thinking if you want, we could do one more round of the ground and then come back by the house.
Oh.
So shall we go this way and then come back?
Yeah. Yeah.
We do one lap of the house, one lap of the ground, and see if we pick up any.
Wisdom.
Okay, so let's just do one lap of the grounds and the forest. This is another scarecrow coming up, by the way, guys. If you haven't watched the Frightful Folklore episodes, we filmed the scarecrows on the first two. So that's one of these scarecrows. But this one we're doing now because it's gone a little darker, the paranormal on it. And we are inviting any spirit people to come forward and join us, to walk around this garden with us, to talk to us, to tell us their name, their story.
My arms.
My arms.
Arms.
What's wrong with your arms?
Now, I feel that lady's not with. I think she's more around the garden.
Do you want to go back that way?
Well, we'll walk around anyway in case there's anybody else. But do you know, like, I felt she was there, but then I felt she's disappeared since we walked up here. Perhaps she didn't come down this far.
No, I don't think she might have just stayed in that.
Maybe. Are there any other spirit people, please, connected to Rufford Old Hall along this pathway?
Don't upset him.
Don't upset him.
Don't upset him. Don't upset who?
Who's the man that didn't upset? Are you nasty?
Do we need to look out for somebody? Are you trying to warn us off? Has some evil took place here? Because we keep getting like Lucifer and Satan and all this stuff coming through, and I'm thinking like something.
Come out of the shadows.
Maybe somebody's done a bit of witchcraft in these woods and conjured something up.
Where are you? Come out of the shadows.
It was very popular in those days. These houses that have forests attached. Certain people were interested in witchcraft, or certain local witches would come into the woods and perform rituals. And we could possibly be picking that up. Because the energies linger when you performed a witchcraft circle. The energies linger, the energies will disperse, but the energies can linger. Come forward and speak to Andy through the spirit box if you're here, and give us some information about yourself, please. And it took on a different atmosphere now. I don't know whether it's because it's getting dark. Probably because it's getting dark in it and damp. Whereas before it was very crisp and colourful, weren't it? And now it's very... There's a cemetery over there. That's where we got the soldier coming through the last time. It's very interesting that, because it said buried beneath, didn't it? And it gave us a name and a date and everything, and it was like a RAF soldier. If anybody wants to watch Imp Scene at Rufford Old Hall, we actually did an investigation on that graveyard as well. Alright, we'll go back this way. And then back to the hall. This time we're focusing it on the hall. Actually, you know, this is a really nice view of the hall from here. Should we go back down this path and walk up to the door?
Yeah, it's gonna go somewhere, isn't it?
Well, that's going to take us out by the kitchen, that, and I think it's a much nicer route this way. So a lady in purple, that's the only ghost that they've seen here. There isn't numerous ghosts, there's just one.
Person that was not too upset.
But she said the lady's just sitting happily, she's not crying or weeping or wailing or any of that stuff, it's just, she's just a presence.
What do you think about the piano?
Yeah, they've changed the piano, what do you think about that? They've moved the old piano and brought a new one in. How does that make you feel? I think you're going to get messages when we get closer to the house, because I felt the minute we walked on this woodland path that the energy had gone, and I think when we get back down towards the house we're going to pick that up again, because I think a lot of the time, and you can't really show it on film, you've got to go off your feel, what you're feeling.
Flash.
And it's like, so what were the imps doing, Andy? What were the imps? Go on, show us what the imps were doing. There was 5 imps seen dancing on a bridge. What were they doing? Was they doing the Scotchman's dance? Was they doing the Irish? Or was they twerking?
I don't know how to twerk.
You've twerked before.
I've never twerked.
I've seen you twerking. You know how to twerk.
I don't know how to twerk.
You're one of the best over 50 twerkers I've ever seen. That's it, look at him, he's twerking.
I'm not. I'm just.
Are you sure the imps weren't twerking?
Just my pants are a bit tight.
Well, anyway, whatever the imps were doing, they were definitely seeing 5 of them dancing on one of the bridges at the back of this hall. But if you want to see that,
No.
you have to go to the one before this. You have to go and watch. We're going to title that one Imp Seen Dancing at Rufford Old Hall. If you want to see Andy impersonating the
Imps,
himps,
or did you say pillars?
the himps, the imps dancing at Rufford Old Hall, you must watch the one before this one, Imps Seen Dancing at Rufford Old Hall.
Pillars dancing.
We was trying to recreate the dance to try and get the imps to come forward. We haven't seen any yet,
I just
but
had something in my shoes.
what do you mean? You had something in your shoe?
Yeah, I wasn't dancing. I just had a stone stuck in my shoe.
But you're the world's best over 50s twerker I've ever seen. You could win the over 50s twerking competition. We'll take you to Strictly and get you on there in the front with the... I've forgotten who presents it now.
You're only saying that now because I bought you a pot of tea and a cake.
Yeah, you're very good twerker after a piece of cake. Right, let's get back into the paranormal now. We're losing our thread. We're losing the thread. You know, I think when we get down here, you're going to pick up that vibe of that lady in purple again. Please come and show yourself now it's going dusk. Now would be a good time to come out. I'm going to film that statue anyway. That's one of the scarecrows. I think this is one of them halls that at night you can probably just walk around the grounds, you know. You get that feeling. Because like nobody's thrown us out yet. And we're quite used to getting thrown out of places, aren't we? Let's just film this statue. Because this statue, you can see it from most of the rooms in the house. So I'm thinking that it's negative.
Negative.
What's negative? The statue? What's negative about the statue? Let's have a look at it first. He is naked. But they might have removed a bit because, yeah, look, they've covered it up with a leaf.
They put a leaf on. That's what they did.
Yeah, they did.
They used to just...
Who was it? One of the kings, didn't they? Demanded that all statues had to be...
it was one of the popes.
Was it a pope? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he lobbed them off.
All of them?
Yeah, he lobbed it off.
Because there's all them ones in...
That's why she's covering her essentials.
Seriously? Oh, yeah. But the thing is, it's part of the art world, isn't it, the nudity?
Yeah, I think it was one of the popes or some bishop. Because there's somewhere in Angels and Demons where he goes in the
that's
Vatican
where I've
and
seen
they
it.
lobbed them all off and then they put the
Leaves.
leaves on. I mean,
Come and show yourself between the two statues. What do you think of these statues being changed by the Pope? Do you think he spoiled the statues?
yeah. I mean,
They're supposed to
It's
be
a nude
Greek and
woman.
Greek god and goddess, aren't they?
it's a nude woman and a nude man.
It's probably Mars and Venus.
I don't know, but if it's done in a nice way.
Yeah, but Mars and Venus, they've always been portrayed as being nude. I bet they haven't covered them up in other countries.
We're all naked under these clothes.
Yeah, but it's part of the art form, isn't it, the nudity?
I'm touching your leg.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Are you touching Andy's leg? Or are you touching my leg? I don't feel anything, do you?
No, I don't.
She's going to say, because you're so good at twerking, I have to touch your leg.
You're going to have to grip it a bit tighter.
We're going to walk one more time around your house. Give you the final opportunity to come forward and show yourself.
Hellfire.
Hellfire? See, we've got a lot of these kind of messages here, haven't we? Hellfire and damnation. But it wasn't, was it a Catholic household, this? I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't get that feel. There's no sort of strict, like, Bibles and crucifixes dotted around, so I guess it's more Church of England.
There would have been a chapel on it.
That's true.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too. Are you the lady in purple? Are you going to come forward?
If you nice to see us, then it would be nice to you to show us.
Did you want to go around the outskirt of it one last time? And then, just in case. And be aware that those sheeted apparitions in that corner room down there, that freaked the life out of me. I swear to God I could have run.
My life is great.
And it's weird, isn't it? You want so much to see a sheeted apparition, and then when you actually do see one, first instinct is to leg it. Yeah, but you don't expect one to look through a window and have one looking back, do you?
In there and they were all normal. And then
When you hear about these like sheeted apparitions, you think, all right, if you're lucky, you're going to catch one on your camera. You don't expect to look through a window and have it looking back. That's what threw me.
are you around here?
Come and show yourself on this path if you're there.
The old foot scraper.
Yeah, the old foot scraper. It probably is. It would have been.
There is before you put going through the door, so you don't take your muddy boots in. Your muddy lederhosen or whatever you call it. Lederhosen? I mean...
Lederhosen. That's very Austrian, Andy.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think there'd have been anybody in lederhosen in this house. Yeah, no, that's what I mean. I looked at it, was
I'll
looking
tell you
back.
something, if you walk round here, like... Horseshoe.
Well, I looked through to see that pane, if that pane of glass was there, and that was looking back. So now you know why I freaked out.
I'll tell
and
you
run.
something, if you walked round here late at night and you hadn't walked past here and you walked past and you were just walking past here.
Yeah.
And you walked past there and you go.
Well, that's what I did.
You
I
would.
looked in. I didn't look in with the
I would,
camera. I looked in with my eyes to see if it, and then that was looking back, and that's why I freaked out and legged it round there.
It's possible.
And then I realised it was they covered up the knight under there in shining armour, and they covered him up, and that's him. But I'd seen that.
And then you come round here and you'd see
That's why I freaked out. And but if you look through there, look at it. Does that not look like a ghost? So I stuck my head through there having a look, and that was looking back. So of course I'm going to freak out.
Yeah, of course you would.
I mean, that was going 90 to the dozen then. When that happened, I was like, oh my God, what the hell? I mean, alright, middle at night, maybe you're going to expect that kind of thing, but not like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh no.
Well, we've learnt a little bit more about this place this afternoon, as well as seeing the scarecrows. So we're going to put this on in 4 parts, guys, if you want to watch the whole lot. We've got Frightening Folklore, part 1 and 2. That's going to be these scarecrows. And some local legends about imps, cryptoids and other things that have been seen in these parts. And the part 3 is going to be imps seen dancing, which is going to be down in the forest, where the imps have actually been seen by people apparently. And then we've just done a little paranormal at the end, so we've had to put it in 4 parts because it's such a big place to get around. And you want to do as much as you can, you know, because you never know if something's going to show up on film, or even, you know, we've picked up sounds, as you guys know, we've picked up sounds, and we've picked up orbs and different things that we've not known about it until we've got home and loaded it up and then watched it back and then found it then. You can never say if you're going to get stuff or if you're not going to get stuff. So we're back on the paranormal, and we've got some really, really good locations coming up all through autumn and winter and into spring. And the lawns are just beautiful. And all the October and November colours are out now for autumn. But I did feel when we were walking from the house up through the gardens and sat on that bench that that lady was with us.
Yeah.
I feel that she was as curious about us as we were about her. And I think people forget that sometimes about ghosts. It isn't always about us looking for them. It's also about we're visiting their house and they're curious about us. They're coming around us, checking us out. Who are you? What are you doing here? Why do you want to know about me? You know, it works both ways, I think, so you need to treat them with respect. Alright, we'll make our way now because people are starting to go home. And as much as I'd love to get locked in this haunted house for the night. After seeing that sheeted apparition, I think I'm having a second thought about it. Even though it's one that someone's put there. Yeah, so that's like the cottage bit and the stables, and kitchens. And all in all, it's a very, very nice place to come and visit whatever you're interested, whether you're interested in history, or whether you're interested in ghosts, or whether you're interested in the scarecrows and all the other stuff that they do up here, like they'll do the Christmas festive thing, or whether you're interested in the cryptoid and the imp side of it in the forest, or whether you're like me and Andy and you're just interested in the cakes. Whatever your purpose for coming out here, it's a really nice place to visit. So, and there's a canal at the back and a nice walk down there as well. And so, from Rufford Hall,
it's a good night from him,
and we'll say
good night from her.
Good night to you all, and we'll see you on our next shoot, which is going to be a paranormal overnight. So take care, and we'll see you all very soon. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you like our stuff, if you think we're a pair of pillocks, click like and click subscribe, and you'll be notified whenever we put videos on.
Yeah.
And we'll see you all very soon, and take care. Goodbye.